There is a specific kind of exhaustion defining the modern world, walking through a thick spiritual fog where every direction feels like a compromise. Ancient prophecies described this exact same landscape. They spoke of a time when the very foundations of life, the earth, clean water, and even human dignity, would be treated as commodities to be bought and sold for a profit. In this era, the social order flips. The honest man is treated as a fool, while the person who masters the art of deception is rewarded with influence and success. This isn't a series of random misfortunes. It is the predictable environment of Kaliyug, a cycle of time specifically designed to facilitate a moral decline. But the chaos of this age is not lawless. It is governed by a cosmic system that tracks every action with cold mathematical precision. This system is overseen by Shani Dev. As the magistrate of justice, he holds a heavy gada, a mace that represents the inevitable impact of one's own past actions coming back to meet them. Because modern life constantly pulls us towards self-interest and greed, it sets us on a direct collision course with the weight of this karmic strike. Without some form of intervention, the soul is left to drift, pulled inevitably toward a void created by its own choices. If the age is built to break us, and the judge of our actions is inescapable, where is the protection? What force exists that can actually stand between us and the consequences of the era? The answer lies in a conversation held long before the modern world began. In a golden age of peace, Lord Ram and Hanuman sat together, looking toward the distant future. Hanuman saw the coming darkness with perfect clarity. He foresaw a time of hunger, spreading disease, and a level of human greed that would leave the world hollow. As he witnessed future generations abandoning their own values for fleeting desires, Hanuman's heart broke. He wept out of a deep, visceral empathy for people who had not yet been born. His distress wasn't for himself, but for the billions of souls who would find themselves trapped in an age that made it almost impossible to stay upright. This specific moment of divine compassion, this refusal to let humanity suffer alone, became the catalyst for a new cosmic law. Lord Ram looked at Hanuman's grief and realized that if the coming era was designed to crush the human spirit, he had to provide a force that was stronger than the age itself. He delegated the governance of Kaliyug to Hanuman, giving him the power to stand between humanity and the chaos of the times. This chart shows the new order of authority. Ram's command places Hanuman at the center, above the reach of the era's darkness. Beneath this line, even the magistrate Shani Dev and the natural chaos of Kaliyug are bound by Hanuman's rules. Because Hanuman's jurisdiction outranks the era itself, his presence acts as a sanctuary that the darkness of the age is not permitted to enter. This means that when Hanuman intervenes, the strict cycle of karmic punishment must pause. Even Shani Dev lowers his weapon in respect to the authority Ram granted to his greatest devotee. But Hanuman asked for one more layer of mercy. He requested that anyone who simply calls out the name of Lord Ram be granted this same protection. Ram granted this final boon, ensuring that the mere sound of his name would act as a summons for Hanuman's strength. To ignore this sanctuary is to walk into the teeth of the age entirely unprotected, facing the full weight of Kaliyug without a shield. We return to the present day. The world is still chaotic, and the fog of confusion has not lifted, but the environment is no longer a trap. Surviving this age doesn't require complex feats or impossible rituals. It only requires turning toward the one who has already promised to stand in the gap for us. Peace and protection are available to anyone who takes refuge in Lord Hanuman, allowing his presence to push back the encroaching darkness of our time.